In this video, I'll be discussing personal finance, specifically how to keep track of our daily budget or daily expenses, looking at how it is that we can keep track of the things that we buy, how much we buy, and how much we actually spend on certain categories, and how they affect our budget. And this is also that when we create a budget, we're able to stick with it and be able to save money. Hello everyone, this is Saving with TaLis. Either welcome or welcome back to my channel. Before I go on, I'd like to ask that you please subscribe to my channel and also hit the little bell below so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, please visit my website, savingwithtalis.com. On that website, I also put a lot of things that I do not make videos for. So, let's continue with how to keep track of our daily expenses. If you have already subscribed, then thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's keep looking into how it is we can track our budget. I am looking for a way that I can figure out what it is I'm spending most of my money on, and I came across this app called Wismo. Wismo is something that is relatively new. It is available for Android and iTunes, and it is a different way of tracking your budget. It is different in that it does not use spreadsheets, and also you don't have to enter your bank information like some other apps require you to do so. The other thing about this app that I discovered is that it is a somewhat social app, and the whole concept behind them is that you can see other people's profile. The concept behind this has to do with being able to learn from other people, seeing what other people do in terms of saving money, how much they save, and what are some of the things that they spend money on. And then this way you can sort of, I guess, learn from them. The only thing is that just like you can see other people's profiles and spending habits or budget, they can also see yours. So that's one thing to keep in mind. However, you see how this person here uploaded his picture? You don't have to upload a picture. You can just upload an avatar. If you don't want anybody else to see your private profile, there is a premium version that you can pay for, and then nobody sees anything at all from you or about you. Okay, so let's look a little bit more about how this app works. They have something that they call Personal Spending Index. And in the Personal Spending Index, if your index is 100 or less, then it means that you're doing pretty well in terms of keeping track of your budget and saving money or staying within your means or living within your means. Okay, so what they do is instead of just keeping track of different budgets, all you have to do is just look at your personal spending index and see how well you're doing. Not bad. The way the app works to keep track of your daily expenses is, first of all, you have to enter your personal information like your income and your monthly bills, and you do that just once because Wismo then uses the same information over and over again, and you just kind of tweak it on a monthly basis if it changes. The other thing is that in order to enter your daily expenses, all you have to do is just snap a picture and enter the amount of how much you spend, and that's it. You're done. Now you can also enter your own categories and say, for example, is something that you want to specify or the name of the restaurant that you went to, you can also enter that information, okay? So let's just see what the app actually looks like. Okay, so let's just open. Let's get started. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to use an email. So I'm going to finish registering and then I'll come back, okay? Okay, so I entered my cell phone number because they're going to be sending me a verification code that I then now have to enter. I pick a username and then register with an email. Okay, so up next, they ask for your gender, your age, and then your occupation, and then you hit continue. So after you have entered your personal information, you register by using a cell phone, you get your verification code, then you're ready to start entering information about your expenses. So you start by putting information in the monthly income. And so let's start with salary, and I'm going to write down that I'm going to make $2,000. Now, other jobs. You can put, for example, if you work for Uber, and say I make $100 from there. Okay. The other thing is you can then enter any extra income that you have, like for example, retirement, support, any other kind of investments, and it also has the add category option in the bottom. Okay. So let's go back to this one. And this is where it really helps you with your budget, your monthly recurring expenses. And this is really important. This is the one where you can totally keep track of what your budget is. Just basically enter the information. Say, for example, let's say in water, I spent about $35. And then the little check mark. And energy, I spent about, it's summer, so right now it's like $85. Transportation, so that could be, if you take the bus, I don't know how much bus passes are in your area, but over here it's like $55 per month. Any subscription that you have, I don't know if you subscribe to the newspaper. In our house, we subscribe to 4 different newspapers. We're avid readers, and so we spend about $27. Okay, and you go on down the line, and loans, you include your car loans or any student loans that you may have, and of course, most important, your savings goal needs to be in there. I would love to be able to save $100 per month. So far you have entered your monthly income. You have also entered the recurring expenses, and the more you enter here, the better it is for you in order to be able to see where your spending habits are and keeping track of your budget. Now, let's look at daily expenses, right? This is where you're going to be entering the information of how much you spent. And all you have to do is just click on this little plus sign right here, and then the camera will come up. You can also choose to skip it, and you can then manually enter the information and even take a picture of whatever the receipt is, in addition to being able to enter a note. So let's say, for example, that I ate lunch, and this information here is kept private. So let's say I went to Sonic and I spent $20. It was an expensive lunch. Okay. And then just add whatever note you want and then press enter. Okay. And there you have it. So at the end of the day, when you have entered all your information, then you choose to close the books. And by doing so, you're able to then see reports, because it keeps track of what your July income is, your recurring expenses, and then your daily spend, right? And look at this, my PSI is 45, which is fantastic. But then it also breaks down the percentages of where most of your money is going to. Of course, it's going to be housing, utilities, and then food and drink. Okay, so that was reports. Let's go down the line and click on friends. So remember I said this is a somewhat social app and is geared towards people learning from one another. And so the way to be able to see what other people do is you go to friends and click on discover friends. Now you can edit this feature. You can choose to see the spending habits and the profile of people who are between 30 and 40. And let's say you want to find out like what people that make up to $50,000, what do they spend their money on? So then you click on search and all these people come up. Okay. As you can see, everybody uses an avatar. Nobody uses their real face or upload their own pictures. All right, so let's look at this one. Emily, let's see if Emily has anything. Emily's income is also $2,000 like mine. And she has not entered any specific information, but she has a daily budget of $65. And let's look at her reports. She doesn't have anything yet. Let's see if we can find somebody who has used the app already. Let's see. Hey Jessie. Hey Jessie has an income of $4,000, and she has entered all her information. As you can see, you don't know who Jessie is. It's just somebody, right? But we can see that she spends $700 in housing, utilities, her expenses in loans, health, and so on. And let's look at her daily habits. She basically spends $95, has a daily budget of $129, and let's look at her reports. She has a PSI of 74, and most of her income goes to housing. But then she also saves 17% of her total income. So it gives you an idea of like what people do. Let's see in daily. It doesn't say specifically like what it is she actually buys. Okay, so that's how you do friends, and that's how you're able to see other people. Now, let's look at my profile. I chose my username, and people have to enter their age as part of the requirements to register for the app. Let's look at what premium is. So you can save, if you pay annually, you save 50%, and monthly it will be only $4.99. If you choose to do it on a monthly basis, then it's $9.99. Okay, so going down the line here, let's look at feed. All right, in feeds you get to see the daily expenses of people. You get to see yours first, and then you get to see what other people spend. So M. Higgins spent $580 on services, and Ace Master spent $54.76 on groceries at Safeway. He also went to the farmer's market and spent another $30, and so on. And Mook spent $5 on worms. Interesting. Mook also smokes. So let's see this one, for example. If you click on any one of them, you can get to see a little bit more about their profile, their income. He makes $15,000 a month. Okay, that's great. But he has, look at his expenses. He doesn't save. But daily, he has a PSI of 79 because he only did groceries today. Okay, and you can even see the person's report. The other thing that's interesting about feeds is that it gives you an idea of how much people actually spend when it comes to food and drinks and services in their area. So for example, the camper here, he went to McDonald's and he spent $8.56. Stella Blue spent $16 in Fandango. Okay, so this is how the app works. I think it's pretty cool in that I don't have to keep track of any paperwork. I don't have to enter my personal information, my banking information, and I think it's pretty easy to enter my daily expenses. So I hope that this app helps you. I am going to be installing it on everybody's cell phone in my house because I need to keep track of what it is we're spending our money on. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please share it with other people that you think will benefit from it. And I also hope that you subscribe to my channel and visit my website, savingwithtalis.com. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great day.